of all the services that are packaged as part of Office 365, I expect that Lync Online is probably the most unfamiliar. So this brief introduction will just tell you what you need to know, what benefits it can bring to your business. So I'm going to start off with that question to you, Simon, as the resident Microsoft expert. Just very briefly, what is Lync Online?
Well, it's unified communications for the business. So you can do instant messaging, you can share documents, you can do whiteboarding, collaborate on documents, you can do video conferencing, and you can also do internal voice calling within your organisation.
Okay, so why really would I, let's say I'm a small business, why would I need that? What real-world business advantage would I get out of it?
Well, I guess some of it for small business is going to be that those internal phone calls will be free. They'll work over the internet. So if you do happen to take your laptop on holiday with you because you can't leave the business, then you can just make phone calls between your now remote office in that hotel room and your home office directly over the internet.
So you just do that over a VPN?
Just directly over the internet, actually. You don't even need to establish a VPN connection.
Really? Okay. And Connor, so you actually have to integrate these systems for real businesses. I'm interested in your experience. And what do you find that companies are using Lync Online for?
Well, Lync Online is integrated both into Exchange and SharePoint, so presence is available. And usually people would normally send an email, not get a response, then pick up the phone. Well, now they can actually see, even before they send the email, whether they're in SharePoint or Exchange, or Outlook or Lync, they can see immediately if the person is there and can IM them instead. And
do you think that actually makes a big difference to companies?
Certainly it does, because everybody's played telephone tag and everybody's played email tag. Well, if that person isn't available, then maybe somebody else in the organisation who has the answer is available. So you can get that speed of response that people are looking for.
Mm. And what about, there are certain things like video conferencing that Lync Online provides. And it's not just one-to-one, is it? It's actually possible to have multiple people joining in on a call.
Absolutely, yeah. You can do a one-to-many video conference. So if you're a small business, perhaps all of your employees could be around, so you can have a virtual all hands or something like that. And it's all just dealt with by the Lync services back at Microsoft.
Mm. What about you, David, as a small business owner? Do you think this is actually going to be something that's of benefit to you?
It already is, almost every day. I mean, we run a 21st century business. Our employees are distributed geographically as far away as Canada. So without this kind of thing, we just couldn't run the business. It's as simple as that. So if you're talking about sharing ideas, the guy in Canada is our designer. If we're talking about video conferencing and whiteboarding, it's completely essential, because you can't over email, just purely over email or the traditional means, you can't convey ideas quickly and efficiently like that. You have to use modern techniques. You have to be able to do that if you don't have people physically in the room. The second one actually is quite an interesting one, because I think IM kind of accidentally became a business tool. It was originally, obviously, it's originally a way for friends to chat, and that gradually, sort of by stealth, became actually quite a valuable way for particularly client partnerships to talk to clients immediately. And the fact that that's now integrated into one place, and it's kind of it's an official tool, and it's manageable, and it's part of everything else, is a huge benefit to us.
I suppose that's a good point to touch upon, Simon, because there are some tools out there, instant messaging tools, that are rivals to Microsoft's own. So why shouldn't a small business just use one of those?
Well, actually, some of those rivals are our own products. So, for example, Windows Live Messenger is really, really popular. There's millions of users on that. And you can actually take your Lync Online and link it in to Windows Live Messenger. And then all of a sudden you can have instant messaging conversations with a few million people all over the world. You can also link another organisation in and federate between two. So that would mean that Company A and Company B could seamlessly communicate. They could see the presence of people in Company A, could see the online presence of people in Company B, and you can imagine how much tighter knit that would make the working environment.
I'm interested in actually bringing that back to the real world again, and thinking of your clients, Connor. Do you actually see that in practice?
Yeah, we see that every day in practice, and it's quite amazing, because generally when we're talking to people, that they're of my generation and not really used to using instant messaging, but all the generation of people that are being hired at the moment are so adept and so brilliant at using these tools compared to, say, my generation.
When you say your generation, you're about 25, aren't you? So. Okay, well, thank you very much, panel. I think that's covered everything we need to know for the fundamentals. And we do have two other videos you may want to watch. We've got an introduction to Exchange Online and an introduction to SharePoint Online. So those are also to be found on this website.